We'll bring you closer to the water as we share a tour of an ocean view stateroom on board Celebrity Edge. Coming up on Talking Cruise. Welcome to room 3147 here on Celebrity Edge. And this is a Category 7 Ocean View stateroom. I'll just take you on a quick walk through and then I'll break out each section for you. Not a huge room, but it's nicely designed. As you can see right now from the window, there is a very large cargo ship right next door. So you do have this type of view in and out of ports. You'll have other ships around you, very close down to the water as well. So when you first walk in this room, you'll see that you do have the entrance to the bathroom right on your right side. I'll go through that in a moment. Over here we do have the control panel, and this is a rather nice one. Not only can you control the temperature, but you can also control your lighting in here with different modes such as morning, evening, movie, and sleep. And you can also access these same controls from the Celebrity Cruises app as well. And I will also point out that this room is part of a connecting duo. I do actually have the room next door as well. However, one thing that is really not satisfactory is the way they've designed these doors to open. They actually open into the door for the room as well as the bathroom. So when you actually open up the door, you completely block the egress into the hallway, as well as the door here for the bathroom, unless you're very, very tiny. And it's the same on the other side. I mean, I really don't understand this when there's this large piece of wall right here. They could have had the door open the other way. Most of the ships I've been on do have that, where they actually stick to the wall with magnets, and you have much easier pass through between the rooms. This is why we asked for connecting rooms. This is why I think most people would want a connecting room, is to have that easy back and forth ability. But that was a bit of a miss here on Celebrity Edge. In the end, the ship's engineers removed the automatic door closer, and we were able to at least fully open the connecting doors. So as is the case on most cruise ships, storage is always at a premium. What they've done here is they try to utilize all the little spaces. So you have one door that opens up to a cubby there, and it opens the top section, and then over here the bottom section. So it's a fair amount of space that you have for things that you want to grab in and out of the room for convenience or other storage, because as you'll see, there's not a whole lot in these rooms to put away your stuff. And then over here is the actual closet space, and this does actually have two separate doors. So you've got one here and you have another. It's okay. I mean, if you're on a longer sailing, this is a 10-night cruise we're on, you may have a problem with the amount of hanging storage and such, but it is definitely usable. You also have your mini safe. Quite mini. I don't think you could fit a decent sized laptop in there. And then you have a couple of pull-out drawers as well. They're pretty good size. And then into the main part of the room, this is just a lounger. This does not convert. This room is set up as double occupancy only. And nice art, and the color scheme in here is actually quite pleasant. Now I will say that this room happens to have the lounge by the door and the bed by the window. The room next door that we have, the connector, it's the complete opposite. The bed is over here near the sofa, and the sofa is near the window. And then over here we have the king-size bed. The beds are always very comfortable on Celebrity, and as I said, I do like the color palettes, these purples, and it's very welcoming. Each side of the bed does have a nightstand with a lamp. However, on this side, closest to the door, there is also an outlet. There is a redundant switch for the lighting, as well as two USB slots. I do really wish that that was available on both sides of the bed, but it's not the case. And then you do also have some storage below, which is nice. And then, like I said, here on the other side, there is the lamp and the storage cubbies, but no other switches or outlets. So as far as the view from the window, it, like I said, is closer down to the water, but it does have this little sort of nook, and I know my kids have already taken to this. You can actually sit in here, maybe throw a couple of cushions down, and it's quite pleasant and quite comfy. And you do have a nice view out, nice sort of water level view, and that's a little bit different when you're used to maybe being in balconies higher up on the ship. So over here you do have a large flat screen TV. It is right in front of the bed in this room setup, which is actually very nice. So it does have your safety information that you can scroll through. Live TV, pretty limited as far as the channels. That's pretty standard across the cruise industry. But what they do have on board celebrity ships is pretty decent video on demand. These movies are all included. I think I've seen in the past maybe a little bit wider selection, but there are still quite a few pretty recent movies as well that are complimentary for you to watch. So that's definitely a nice touch as well. And then of course you can also access the ship information as far as where you are currently and things about the ship and so forth, and then see your account and your charges that you're accruing during your voyage. And then over here you do have a very spacious desk area and some storage as well. And this mirror that you see over the table actually is a little bit of a trick here. If you pull out the chair, you can slide this section away. Let me take this book off here. And you'll have access to a full-length mirror, which is really nice to have in your room. And in this other section over here, there's this very clever charging box. So you do have a European and two US outlets, as well as two USB ports as well. And then there's these little slots for the cables to go in, and you can actually close the lid on that. That's a pretty clever design. And then in the cabinet below, you do have the mini fridge. And it definitely is a mini fridge, just enough to keep a few items cold, but the temperature does actually seem pretty good in there. And they'll give you some glassware. These bottles of water are for an extra purchase. And then you've got another bank of drawers. 1, 2, and 3 over here. And lastly, let's check out the bathroom, which I think is very nicely appointed, and it's very similar again to rooms in other categories on board. But you do have a very large basin, storage shelving on the side, probably one of the nicest showers that you'd see in standard accommodations on board a ship. And you'll get the sense of this throughout the entire ship, but there's certainly a premium feel to the finishes on board Celebrity Edge. Thanks for watching this tour of an ocean view stateroom on board Celebrity Edge. Don't forget to like this video, post your comments and questions, hit that notification bell, and subscribe for more Talking Cruise.